Hi everyone. So, I've been thinking a lot recently about the prestige that is attached to the act of reading. Reading is seen as an activity that is indicative of high intelligence and mental acuity, and it's obviously totally understandable why that is. It's an activity that facilitates accruing knowledge, so that makes sense. I'm not arguing with that. It's just the fact that as high a lofty status as this activity has, reading for pleasure is something that a lot of people find really, really difficult. Now, I've always found reading to be a massive slog. It's genuinely been a pain in the arse a lot of the time. I'm not dyslexic as far as I know, so it's not any kind of learning disability, but I am a slow reader, and I'm immensely jealous of people who can pick up, massive tomes and titles and just swallow them up in a matter of days or even hours when it has taken me months to read a single book in the past. I still do read quite regularly because I enjoy learning things and I like a good story. Although I usually do read non-fiction more than fiction, which is something I've been trying to ameliorate. But yeah, like I said, reading has always been a certain, as the French say, bête noire of mine. But I've been trying to read a lot more classic literature. So I've been reading The Grapes of Wrath recently, and it is dense. It is a slow read. It's like, I don't know if I can demonstrate this to you, but if you could see, the font is small and it fills up the entire page, and I find that very difficult. I'm enjoying it for the most part, but it's tough. Before that, I read Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis, which I was pretty underwhelmed by. And a previous attempt to read more classic literature included The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, I think it is. And I fucking hated that. I really hated it. It's one of those classic novels that is supposed to be, really indicative of a point in time and, a beacon for young teens breaking out of their shells and, becoming adults. And I fucking hated it. I thought it were crap. And it's got me thinking about whether or not it's okay to admit that on some level, I actually find reading really just a massive pain in the arse. I enjoy reading, but it's so fucking... The amount of shit that I get associated with it, having to stop and, reread sections because I haven't been concentrating on it or I don't quite get it. I don't know. I don't know how I'm trying to phrase this, but reading is seen as an activity that has a really lofty status, and anyone who reads regularly, is really intelligent, and anyone who doesn't read or reads very, very, very infrequently, they're fucking idiots. Is it okay to admit that reading can be a real pain in the fucking backside? I still do it because there are books that I love and books that I find easy to read, but god damn, a lot of these classic books, this classic literature, what's good about fucking Catcher in the Rye? It's just some shithead kid. Nothing happens in that book. Nothing. He fucking, spoiler alert, he leaves, his school. He goes to New York, just dosses about for a bit. The most interesting part is when he gets punched by a pimp. And that's it. Other than that, he doesn't do fucking anything. Oh, he almost gets molested by a teacher, but also, yeah, it's just a boring book. I don't understand why it's supposed to be indicative of, like, burgeoning adulthood and teenage angst. I don't get it, and I hate that. I feel like I have to like it because reading can be a real pain in the arse. But what do you think?